And welcome back to Hump Day with Hollywood Hay with horse racing today as we head on out east to Saratoga Springs. Better bring my microphone over here. There you go. Maybe I sound a little better. Maybe I don't sound any different at all, but it looks better on the screen no matter what. So, okay, day yesterday at Horseshoe, Indianapolis. Let's see if we can repeat that today at Saratoga. As always, we like to do free things around here. And some free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. And I think the free track of the day is Louisiana Downs. So all you down there in the bayou, love yourself some horse racing. And remember when we had, I forget the gentleman's name right now, so forgive me, please. But he said there ain't no speed like Louisiana speed. So keep an eye out for them fast horses down there at LA Downs. It's always free picks. The Travers coming up next weekend. You're going to make sure you want to take advantage of that when we have that wagering guide out. Of course, when the show is over, right here in the smack dab middle of horseracingtoday.net, we'll post all of our picks along with our Benny and the Bets suggestions, the replay of the show, and within the description on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go over there, you hit the subscribe button. There's a lot of good information, though, inside the description on YouTube, including a link to the smart sheets. There will be timestamps for every race, a link for the explanation for timesheets. Terry and I, our favorite thing in there is the tip jar. So go ahead and hit that. Get us a cup of coffee, if you'd be so kind. Or you can get yourself some HRT gear right there. Click on that and take yourself right on over here. And you get 5 days of 20% off everything, Terry.
That's right.
It's always good to save a couple of bucks, no?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right. Well, the first race at Saratoga, Terry, is one of my favorites, the jumpers. I get a kick out of watching them more than anything else.
Yeah, I like them a lot. So anyway, it's 2 3/8 miles turf. It's the Walsh novice purse, $75,000 purse. It's for 4-year-olds and upward, which have not won over the hurdlers prior to March 1st, 2024, or which have never won 3 races other than 3-year-olds.
Yes, indeed. Well, guess what? I don't have a profile of a winner, Terry.
Okay.
We do have a little bit of data here, though, interestingly. It looks like the 6 horse is going to be your leader. Looks like a pretty aggressive leader at that, according to 1,000 simulations. The 8 horse has some late speed. So is it a duel between the Rabbit, a very fast one, and the Tortoise? Maybe not the best of tortoises or tortai. I'm not sure how you call it. Pretty big street zone down here. So that 6 horse out on the lead could very, very be comfortable, Terry. I don't know. If I want to be on the lead, jumping over those fences, it seems like they always fade at the end. What do you say?
Well, I like in this race the 2, Walk the Warrior. He has finished in the money in 7 career races. So he's very competitive. He finished 3rd in his last race, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. Then I like the 6, Roja Redemption. He won his last race by 14 lengths, has a high percentage winning trainer. I like the 1 as my 3rd choice, has won his last race at Laurel, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 8, Clifton Down. Finished 3rd in his last race. His best turf speed is fastest among today's starters. That's it.
I'm going to go with the Ocho. As I mentioned in the smart sheets, you do see that a lot of those horses that end up coming from off the pace, they do pretty well in these long races. So that one has the most late speed. Let's see if it can make good on that. Then I have the 1 horse, then the 6 horse with all that early speed, and then the 7 horse, Carloon. I have no idea why I picked the other ones. I just like the colors, Terry. Off the race. You know what? It's funny because I've been on a track with people who like the colors, and I'm going through the data and all that kind of stuff. And the person who picked by color wins the race, and those who go through all the data and try to explain everything, we're sitting there looking at ourselves like, what the hell? All right, race number 2, Terry. This time we will go through some data. I might like a few colors in here too, but let's talk about race number 2.
Well, it's 1 mile optional claiming race, $20,000 claiming price, purse $47,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have started for a claiming price of $16,000 or less since February 13th, 2024, or a claiming price of $20,000, or a New York bred claiming price of $25,000.
Good morning, Stevie. Good to see you. As well as our good friend Jose Almeida. I think from Venezuela, if I remember correctly. Nice to see our good friend Private Ross. He's going to pass on the jumpers. Come on, Private Ross. That shocks me coming from you. I don't know that there's a challenge you couldn't that you wouldn't live up to. I don't know. Maybe just find some cryptic codes for those. They might work better. Whichever horse has the greatest vertical, that could be the best cryptic code. Looking at the way this race takes place, Terry, I remember when we had on jockey Jose Ortiz on our podcast, he had mentioned that in these shoot type races, getting early position early on is very important to getting great position to win the race, Terry. So those first, I think he said like 150 yards are crucial. As far as the profile of a winner is concerned for race number 2, what you're looking at on that main track there in Saratoga is early speed. Not shocking. Get that early position. 33% of the time, the horse that leads at the quarter-mile marker wins at the mile marker. The rail is fair for Philharmonic. 2 and 3 is also fair. I don't know why I just didn't 1 through 3. 4 and out gets a bonus, Terry. So in race number 2, is there any speed?
Yeah, there sure is. That 5 horse has lots of speed compared to everybody else. So get out of there and should get to that quarter pole first.
Somehow I get a feeling 2 and 3 should say discount, to be honest with you, because 1 and 3 can't be fair, and then 4 and out get a bonus. So somebody's got to take the someone's got to lose out a little bit on all that. Yeah, that 5 horse, Terry, look at that. He's every 5 points, 1 length, about a 1.5 length early speed edge over the rest of the field. It's also our only yes horse, but check this out down here, Terry. Look at that C-zone score.
That's right. So, yeah, he's got the best C-zone. He also, like you said, has the best par race number, and he also has the best chance to either equal or exceed the speed number for this race.
Yeah, so according to Brisnet, the average winning speed figure for this kind of race is 93. If you look over here, you'll see that all of these horses have come within 5 points. And then we do 1,000 simulations where we project out a speed figure to see what chance they have to do it again. And 423 out of 1,000. Unlimited potential has the potential to go at or above that. Terry also looks like the jockey will give him every chance to win, too.
Sure does. He's got the best jockey according to the data, although the 6 has the best trainer, and I think the 6 is the best trainer-jockey combination.
Yeah, so we look at our race shape here. Everybody wants to be middle back. That makes the 5 horse a left arrow horse, Terry. It's also our top total pace horse, but only 5 horses in the field. We've learned take the longest shot in those. The 3 horse, a 3-point speed figure edge. Who's going to win the first of the thoroughbred races, Terry?
Well, I like the 3, Pineapple Man. He has won 2 races out of the last 3 starts, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and he had a good workout on August 2nd at 4 furlongs. Excuse me. Number 5, Unlimited Potential. Won his last race at Aqueduct, drops in class today. His best start speed is fast among today's starters. The 6, My Noble Knight, ran second versus similar his last race, has the highest percentage winning trainer, wins 20% of the dirt starts that he has a horse running in, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 2, Quiet Wisdom is my long shot. He ran second in his last race and likes the distance. No bets for me.
So look at that. Christopher D'Souza, Private Ross, living up to the challenge of the jumpers. You passed. There's no getting out of that. Private Ross in race number 2 likes the 5 and the 6. Well, I like the 5 horse because we've seen this too many times. The horse that's getting the lead has that huge comfort zone edge over everybody else. I've seen those horses go wire to wire too many times not to put that at the top of my picks. Next up is indeed the 3 horse, the top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. This one is making the second start after a layoff, and according to its resume, it's either going to improve a lot or it's going to drop a lot. 3 workouts between races, so maybe we lean towards the improve a lot. My Noble Knight, that one is the highly consistent performer. When you look at these numbers down here, Terry, for this 6 horse, when you try to find, okay, what's its range? These numbers are all the same, race after race after race after race. So what you get is what you get. High floor, low ceiling type. And then Quiet Wisdom, running the right distance in here, Terry, for that 2 horse. He's run it 7 times, 3 wins and a couple of thirds. He's run other distances 7 times, hasn't won at all, 3 seconds and a third. So if he's going to win, it's going to be at a mile. I'm going to do a $5 double with the 5 to win, with the 3, 4, 5, and 6 in the next race, hoping that one of those first-time starters coming up can pop at a price.
And let me tell you that Rich has done really well in doubles. He doesn't play them very often, but if you've been playing his double, you would have made $19.36 for every dollar you bet.
No, that's pretty good. I'll
Yeah.
take that. I wish everything I did made $19.36 for every buck I bet. Where can you do that in a minute and a half, right?
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So Christopher D'Souza likes to double with race number 1, 3 on top of 3. So 33, Tony Dorsett kicking off the day for Christopher D'Souza. Terry, right now they're about to get lined up. So while they get lined up, tomorrow, just a reminder, we will do Saratoga again. And then, well, they're running now. So make sure you hit the subscribe, the like button, and all that good stuff that you see floating down there in the bottom to catch Saratoga, as well as our Foreign Friday on Friday. Thomas has not identified when that will be. Well, one horse looked like he got a head start on everybody else in this race there, Terry. And I think it's the one horse that just took off. Yeah, I mean, he's like he was running and everybody else was kind of like watching. Like he got off to a cheating start. Like that horse the other day, forget what track was it, Del Mar, right? Where the 7 broke through the gate and got like a 3-length lead.
Yeah.
And then, so the 7 horses blasted out to the lead by himself. Carlonian from Ireland. The 6 horse who was supposed to be on the leads, like trying to catch up now. I wonder how fast they're going. As they come around the turn for the first time, they got another time to go. I always get confused because I think they're headed for the finish line, but they're not. Over the fence they go once again. Probably all kind of strung out a little bit. You got the 7 horse, the 6 horse, then the 2, then the 8, then the 1, then the 5, then the 3. So Christopher D'Souza's 3, La Avocado. A lot of ground to make up here to get that daily double clicking for him to start this day, hump day at Saratoga today. And looks like they're going kind of fast to me, considering how long this race is, Terry.
Yeah.
That 7 horse doesn't look like he's holding anything back. It's almost like they're out there running them for something coming up later on, right? Trying to get some fitness into him. But you never know. He's just running away from everybody. Like, he looks like me and you racing against Usain Bolt. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So he's jumping over the fence again, and then it's going to be 1,001, 1,002 before the next one jumps over the fence. 7 horse wobbling all over the track as they come down the backside and getting ready to go over yet another jump. And here they come, although the 6 horse is closing a little bit of ground on him. The guy runs sideways into all. I mean, that 7 horse has got to be getting tired. He's getting tired. He's wobbling all over the track. The 6 horse, the one with all that early speed, has come up to join the 7 and has indeed taken the lead. And then I really wonder how fast they've all been going, though. Here comes the 8 horse and the 2 horses. They're closing ground on the 2 horses that were in the front. I think they're making their way to the finish line, but I never know in these races, Terry. And it looks like the 8 horse, no, they're going to jump over a fence again. So I don't know. I guess they're going to go around one more time.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they're all running sideways right now. The 7 horse is just bolted out in front of everybody again. Strange race for that 7.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, he's wobbling all over the track. He's giving up the lead. He's taking the lead. He's taking big leads. He's giving it up. All right, over the fence they go. I think they're going around for the last time. Somebody's way wide on the track, but it's not a very wide track. But the jockey's standing right up on that horse. I think that's the 6 horse. It's really not asking him to go. Looks to me like maybe the 5 horse might be the one that's going to have a lot of speed down the stretch, although that 7 horse is just pulled away again.
Wow.
That guy's got a lot of stamina, man. Whatever he's on, I want to be on. Although I probably couldn't handle the horse dosage. Over the fence they go again. Everybody making it over clearly. They head down the back stretch. And now the 6 horses once again decided to engage the 7. Right before the 7 decides to turn on the jets and take off again as he goes. Oh, there he goes. Jockey over the fence. Not good. Got stepped on. I hope he's okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So the 5 horse, the one I thought might have the most legs at the end, looks like he's going to be the one that's really coming at the end here. The 1 horse is getting in the mix too, Travarius. And the 6 horse continues to hold the lead. The 7 horse is not running around by him, so there he is. He's going to interfere with everybody in just a moment. So the 1 horse has a chance, but I think the 5 horse is going to be your leader because you really never see people close here. So it's going to be Little Trilby, and then the 1 horse is going to come in second, and then you're going to have the 6 horse. And then I noticed that 7 horse was kind of jumping over the fence sideways all the time.
Yeah.
5 horse is your winner, then the 1, then the 6, then the 3, and everybody else kind of hobbling on in on home.
Yeah, I think that 7 was getting pretty tired.
Yeah, I think he was too. Don't underestimate their coffee. Indeed. Days old, I bet Hollywood's last race with Horde name's Chicken Dinner. I lost. No chicken dinner. For Private Ross, no winner, chicken dinner. All right, that was probably the 2.5 minutes of the most boring TV ever. So let's try to spice things up a little bit, Terry.
Well, that was the longest shot on the board that won that race, and he won it pretty convincingly. So
yeah, maybe that's the key to handicapping those. That's why I kind of laugh at them. All right, Terry, I watched them for their entertainment value. They got that Grand National, though, over there in England, which just makes that thing. There's like 400 horses. Of course, that's a little bit of hyperbole. And it looks like a demolition derby as they run like 80 miles. That's just – you ever watch that race, Terry?
no.
Watch it, the Grand National. It's just insane. All right, I don't expect race 3 to be insane. It should be a little bit more orderly, Terry. What are the conditions?
Okay, well, we're going to go to 1 mile and a 16th on the inner turf, and it's a maiden race, purse 90,000. It's for maidens, fillies, 2-year-olds, foaled in New York State and approved by the New York State Registry.
So at $1.16 on that inner turf course in Saratoga, beautiful Saratoga. Closers do good, 13%. So yeah, probably just an average number of horses go wire to wire. The rail for Stylish Gem, big discount. 2 and 3 play fair. The best place to go, post position wise, is a 4, a 5, a 6, or a 7. 8 and out returns to fair. I don't think we have a very deep field here in race number 3, Terry. Let's talk about who should get the lead and then maybe everybody else.
Well, you can see there that the 5 has the most speed, but it's really close with all the other horses. So I think this is an anybody's guess game who gets to that lead.
Yeah, we see a couple numbers in here today, too, that are interesting. This is a maiden race. So you see all the no's. Nobody in here has made it to par as of yet. So when you see all that red in a maybe, instantaneously, you got to come over here and look at the first-time starters. You see a couple of them that have a score of 2.5 or more. That's typically where we start. If they're all no's, you got to have some of these in your picks, Terry. Any of these that also have a good jockey or a good trainer?
Yeah, the 4 has the best jockey and trainer, so it's the best combination, I think.
Yes, she's country. Yes, indeed, she is country. As far as the horses that have run, Riz, that one. If you don't know what Riz is for the kids, look it up. I guess that's your game for introducing yourself to the partner of your choice. It does have a lot of late speed. Did run a 12-point speed figure advantage over everybody else that has experience. 11-point total pace edge, Terry. Is anybody going to take out that 7 in race number 3?
Well, in this race here, I like the 6, Princess Celine. She's a first-time starter whose breeding suggests she will like the grass, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like number 4, another first-time starter. She's country. She also has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey and a good workout on August 2nd. Then I like My Divine One, the 5. She finished 4th in the mud in her debut race. Her dam has 1 winner from 2 starters. She can improve at the longer distance, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then I like the 7 Riz. She has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to a high percentage winning jockey, has the highest last speed rating. Her breeding suggests she'll like the grass, and she has a good workout for prolongs August 5th. I think they're pretty wide open, so I'm going to use the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the 5, with the 1, 3, 7, with the 3, 5, 7 for $45. That's my Miami Vice Don Johnson pick 4.
Yeah, and we hit the pick 4 yesterday over at the Horseshoe Indianapolis with all the scratches. Thankfully, we got it multiple times, so it ended up being a profitable pick 4 day, right, Terry?
It was, yes.
Race 3, you like the 5 and the 6. Well, I'm just going to go like I always go with these first-time starters. When everybody's red, Terry, you go to the first-time starters. I'm taking them in order. The 6 is the top rated first timer. Then we got the 3. Then we got the 4. And then I think the 5 horse was a tough call for me over the 7. But the bettors made the 5 horse the 90-cent favorite in its debut. As you pointed out, Terry, that guy ran in the mud. Some horses like the mud. Some horses don't like the mud. Maybe he didn't like the mud. I don't know. But I'm going to go my 50-cent pick 4, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with the 1, the 3, and the 5. To be the Shakespeare horse, or not to be, and then the 3 horse with the 1, 3, 4, and 7. My pick 4 is $48. Anything TVG can do for 60, we can do for 50, Terry. Race 4 in next for you and me. There's 9 races on the card today, 8 of them being thoroughbreds. Again, tomorrow we'll be back for Saratoga again. They will have 9 races. They're all thoroughbred races tomorrow, so that would be a lot of fun, Terry. And to make sure that you're watching so you can win, what do?
You need to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then hit that little bell so it notifies you about all the programs coming up. And then go down, copy that link, share it with everybody you know so they can come and check us out too. I know they're going to like what they see. Then go to our social sites that you see scrolling down at the bottom at X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, TikTok, at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And also keep the comments coming in your picks. We really enjoy to see it. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah, I love the comments. It's a lot of fun for me to see what people say. It's always interesting. I love the picks too. I love the challenge of either being beaten or beating people, Terry.
Yep.
Most of the time, just getting beaten. But anyway, 1 mile. There again, we see that shoot. Again, we talked about Jose Ortiz. If you have not looked at our library of other shows, I would highly encourage you to go back and watch some of those interviews. Hopefully, if people buy T-shirts or hit the tip jar, or we actually get a sponsor, we'll go back to doing those interviews if we have a little bit more time. So otherwise, Terry and I have to find ways to make money other ways because we ain't making any here outside of our bets. All right, race number 4 at 1 mile, Terry. We talked about the profile of a winner once before. Let's do it again. A third of the horses go wire to wire. The rail for Drake's Passage is fair. Is that your favorite artist, Drake, Terry?
No.
So succinct. 2 and 3 are fair, 4 and out as a bonus. Terry, it has to be a discount for 2 and 3 because, again, they can't all be fair and then still at the same time somebody else get a discount. All right, so in race number 4, where is the speed in the 4th race?
Well, again, there's some 4 horses that are all pretty close to one another, so it's a who knows race.
So you do see 4 of them in here. Looks like the 4 might have the most early pace. 4 wants to be up on the lead. You see that in a race shape. Everybody else middle back. Those tend to favor speed, Terry. So of those horses, which one's likely to get the best trip according to our comfort zone index?
We'll take a look at that 4 at 85.25%, followed up by the 5 at 56%. They're going to both be pretty comfortable in this race, especially that 4.
Yes, Gun Party, otherwise known as Saturday Night in Chicago. 7-point speed figure advantage over everybody else. So again, Andrew Byer, if you read his books, I can save you a little bit of time. One of his key points is his horse has a 3-point speed figure advantage over everybody else. You have to include that guy in your picks, especially when they've all hit or come close to par. Terry, who's got the best chance to go to par or better today?
Well, you take a look there. There's several of them do, but that 5 and that 3 have the best numbers as far as maybe hitting or equaling the speed par number for today's race.
Yeah, it looks like that 5 horse also dropping in class along with the 6. But once again, a lot of things pointing to that 5 horse to keep an eye on, including the jockey and trainer.
Yeah, it has a really good jockey and a really good trainer. So it's probably the best jockey-trainer combination.
This is a combination I like to see here too, Terry. The simulation odd favorite, and then over here the top total pace favorite. Again, 5 points equals 1 length. So according to our total pace calculations, the 3 horse, if the first half of the race and the second half of the race line up, could win this race by about 1.5 lengths. Terry, did the 3 make the top of your ticket, or did you look somewhere else?
I looked somewhere else. The 5 Gun Party. He finished in the money in 8 races out of the last 10 starts. He won 2 of those starts. He has a highest last race speed rating, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then Stowaway, the 6, Won his last race at Churchill Downs, switches to high percentage winning jockey Drake's Passage. The 1 finished in the money in 3 races out of 5 starts at Saratoga, winning 2 of those, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. My long shot is Sheriff Bianco. He is a number 2 horse. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and his best dirt speed is fast among today's starters. No additional bets here for me.
I got the 1 horse, Drake's Passage. I figured I'd honor Terry's musical choices. The distance works, 5 times out, 2 wins, 2 seconds. If you look a little bit into the horse's background, you'll see it does have triple-digit speed figure ability. If it can tap into that potential, could go off in decent price and take home the dub. If not, Gun Party did run that top last race. Speed figure 7 points better than everybody else. Gonna drop in class for the first start after a layoff. That was my concern because when this horse comes off the bench, not always his best work. So maybe one of those that needs to oil up a race before it's ready to really go. Number 3, Eliminate. That one, Terry, demolished the competition in its last race. Top total pace by a length and a half, and our simulation favorite. Love that combo. And then the 4, Olympic Dreams. Every kid has those. Third start after a layoff, best C-zone. And if that horse can get to the lead and keep it into the stretch, look out. The biggest price on the board could take home the biggest prize. Let's see, we're race 4. You like the 5 and the 6. Private Ross, good there. Since Rich picks in the 1 and the 4th, I pass. Is that a Rich code? I guess yeah. Whenever I pick the 1 horse, it does all right. I don't know why that would be, but this is the 5th race, kind of closing out the first half of the Thoroughbred races, Mr. Terry. What's race number 5 all about?
Okay, so race 5 is a 7 furlong race. It's a claiming race, $32,000 claiming price, purse $63,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upward.
7 furlongs. It's going to start back here, going to make their way around the track, so they got plenty of room to get themselves into position as they make the turn and run for home. Getting into position, Terry, you're looking again for early speed, 28%. I think was that Marshall Falk, right? Probably the best 28 ever. There's a rail bonus, 2 through 7, slightly below par, and then 4 and out. 2 through 7, slightly below. English Richard, 2 through 7, slightly below par, and then 8 and out, a small bonus. All right, Terry. So we got some speed on the rail. We're a Buffalo Girl on the outside. We'll be all right. And where is all of the juice found?
Well, the 2B has plenty of juice, so he's probably going to break really well and get out there. So, yes. And it's actually on the outside.
It's the Shakespeare horse, right? That's what I call them up, the 2B. That one also showed better fractions last out. So here we look for any in-race improvement. I'd say 9 out of 10 winners, but most of them do show some improvement from race to race. Show an up arrow in here somewhere. This one is the only one to improve its quarter-mile fractions and then the second quarter fractions. A pair of class droppers in here, Terry. Where's the jockey-trainer combination of note?
Well, the 3 has the best jockey and trainer, so that's the best trainer-jockey combination, although that 2B has a nice trainer too.
Yeah, indeed. Our race shape, most of these horses want to be middle back. Does look like that 2B with that early speed becomes a left arrow horse, although that C-zone's not of my top choice. Few of them in here get a good number, Terry. Our top 4 picks over here. 2B, 4, 3, and 7. The 2B, a 1.5 length total pace edge there, Terry. The 3 horse, a 6-point last race speed figure. Who's your winner in this race, Mr. Terry?
Well, in this 5th race, I like the 7, Sagamore Mischief. He has an early foot, so the shorter distance will be a plus, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like 1, Call Me Fast. He drops in class today. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then from Another Mother, the 3 is my 3rd choice. Finished 3rd in his last race. Highest speed figure at today's distance. His best third speed is fast among today's starters. He has a high percentage winning jockey. Concord Spirit, the 5, my long shot, finished 3rd in his last race. He has a good 4 furlong workout on August 2nd. No additional bets here for me.
From Another Mother. It's a good thing they stopped there, Terry, because ordinarily for me, another word follows that. But From Another Mother, that horse, as far as I'm concerned, Terry, has that top last race speed figure, 6 points better than everybody else. What I really like about this horse, Mr. Terry, is when you look through its past performances and you look to race 2 off the bench, they've always been better than race number 1. So all those other horses are going to have to come up. And guess what happens today? They're going to switch to Irad Ortiz. And Terry, if Irad has the lead in the lane, will he let anybody pass?
No, he sure won't.
Them elbows get big, baby.
Yeah, he'll do whatever he can with those elbows stuck out there.
Yes, that horse will make it from gate you'll go from fence to fence to stay on the lead. Number 2B, that one's second choice for me. Top total pace, 1.5 lengths. Big chance to be your leader today. 7, Sagamore Mischief. It's our simulation favorite. You see that right here. It's our top par plus horse as well, Terry. 35% chance to get to or above a speed figure of 94. That's a lot. And then finally, the one horse, Call Me Fast. It is the only yes horse in the field. So far, the only horse that has hit par. You got to have those. Third start after a layoff, showing better early pace in its last. I'm going to give Irad a chance to hold everybody off at the end. Going to improve today and do another $5 double 3 over the 1, the 3, the 4, and the 7, which takes us to race 6, which is the beginning of the late pick 4. Terry, so how is the late pick 4? And unfortunately, the race of death, the one that connects the early pick 4 and the late pick 4 together. So what are they running for?
5.5 furlongs on the turf. It's a maiden claiming race, $50,000 purse for maidens 3-year-olds and upward, polled in New York State and approved by the New York State Registry.
Yep, 5.5 furlongs in the grass, a short sprint in the turf course. Surprisingly, despite the quick turn and the short distance, stalkers do good. Only 16% in the sprint get to the lead and maintain it. A real discount for Out of the Fog. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4+ a discount, though inside horses have a better chance than outside horses. So some inside speed, Terry, tactical speed in race number 6 is probably the best way to the winner's circle. And once again, we find plenty of horses that might giddy up and go when the gates open.
Yeah, it's another one of those races that you really can't determine who's going to go to that front first because they all show some pretty good speed.
Yeah, and so far, none have made it to par. One's come close, Ori. We don't see any other indications over here. So maybe, Terry, look at the race shape. A lot of speed here, Terry. The 6 horse not within 5 lengths of the leader. Maybe a closer with all that speed. It says, yeah. So the 7 horse, 1 length advantage over everybody else. Who's going to get the best trip in this race?
Well, it looks like to me like that 4 is going to be there pretty good. And then this 3 is another good one. There's several of them above 50%. So a lot of them are going to be very comfortable in the race.
Yeah, you pointed out that 4. Look at that overlay. Our simulation odds say 3-1. A couple of other overlays in there to look at, perhaps, that maybe you could find some value. Ton of horses showing some improvement. Only one dropping in the class, the Pandemic Hero. Pandemic Hero also got a good jockey, Terry.
That's right, but I think the 11 has the best jockey and the 6 has the best trainer, and I think the 3 has the best jockey-trainer combination.
Yeah, the thing about the 11, I think it's a main track only entrant. They didn't scratch yet when we went live, so I don't know what this. Maybe they're expecting Rang. I don't know. 174 if the 11 gets in. If not, the 5 horse. Those are your top 4 total pace horses in a wide open race. Again, about 7 out of 10, a little more than that. If your winners come out of this group here at the top, who is at the top of your ticket to start the late pick 4?
I like the 7 Ori. He ran second versus similar in his last race. Best turf speed is Fast Monk Today starters. He has a high percentage winning trainer. Then the 3 Paz the Soy Sauce. He was beaten only 3/4 of a length versus similar in his last start at Saratoga, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Paramedic Hero, Pandemic Hero. The 5. He finished in the money in 4 races out of the last 5 starts. He has a high percentage winning jockey. The 1 Out of the Fog was beaten only 1 1/4 lengths versus similar in his last start, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. I'm going to go with my second and last pick 4th. I'm going to use the 3, 5, 7 with the 4, 5, 7, 8 with the 6 and finish up with the 1, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. That's a $48 ticket.
That's a nice ticket too. The 7 horse is also at the top of my ticket. Ori, That guy there, Terry, as you mentioned, has the biggest race in race advantage with all that late speed. It's been the closest to par for this group. First time that this horse is making 3 starts in a row. That tells me that this horse is finally healthy, and that's been one of those angles that's really been performing well for me. If not, Paz the Soy Sauce just missed in its last race. Plenty of upside today in only its 4th career start. And hey, another horse with a lot of upside is that one horse, Out of the Fog, just making its 3rd start. So we haven't seen the best of that yet. And then the 4 horse, that long shot, Klimt Master Terry, is a long shot, simulation favorite, better across the board. It's not a pure maiden special weight dropper, but one of the few, maybe the only one coming out of a decent race in the maiden special weight ranks. And then I'm going to add my pick 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7, because I do think that Pandemic Hero is a real threat in here as well. 7, 8, 6, 8, 4, 6, 7, 9, and 10. Mine is the maximum $50 budget. Race 7, next on our list here. We might actually make it through all these races before race number 2 starts. So let's see if we can do it. What's race 7's condition book say?
6.5 furlongs, claiming race 17,500, claiming price $36,000 purse for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards, which have never won 2 races.
At 6.5 furlongs, the profile of a winner says keep an eye out on stalkers. 14% go wire to wire. Dan Fouts has to be the best 14 ever, Terry. I can't think of another. Very strong rail for Looking to Rock. 2 through 7 a discount. The best place to be is a Buffalo Girl on the outside, Terry. So in race number 7, do we have any Buffalo speed?
Well, yeah, there's some outside speed. The 7 and the 8 do, but also the 4. So, and those 3 are all pretty close together. Just depends on who gets the best break and who feels like running today.
So here we have another one of those 5-horse fields, Terry. A Stephen Fielder race. He says, if you're playing those contests, take the longest shot on the board. That looks like it's going to be Looking to Rock on that strong rail. A trio of class droppers over here, Terry, all of whom win above par. And it looks like 2 of them have an excellent chance to find themselves at a speed figure of 80 or better once again today. Who are they?
That's the 7 and the 8. They both go almost close to 50%. And so they should get a very good chance of equaling or exceeding the par speed number for today's races.
Yes, Melly Mel and the 8-horse Spirit of Esther. Those 2 are tied as our simulation favorite, well above the rest of the field in here, Terry. Melly Mel, 3-point speed figure advantage, a 1-length total pace advantage. And then again, I like to look for these drop-offs in the total pace. You see a pretty significant drop-off after the 7 or the 8. It looks like on paper, Terry, this is between the 7 and the 8. Do you see any other primary contenders?
Yeah, not really. I think it is between the 7 and the 8. I think the 7 is going to win it. Mel, she has a high percentage winning trainer, and this trainer wins 17% of the claiming races. He has a horse running in. She has the highest last speed rating and a high percentage winning jockey. And then number 8, Spirit of Esther, ran 2nd versus similar in her last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like the 4. She had trouble in her last race and finished poorly, but her early running style will help her chances today. And she, at today's distance, and she should has a high percentage winning trainer. Brooklyn Dance, the 5, her best dirt speed is Fast Monk today. Started, she can go the distance. No additional bets for me in this race.
You like the 5-horse. Brooklyn Dance. All right. I think the 7 and 8 are clearly the 2 horses to beat in here. Melly Mel, top last race speed figure, does have that total pace edge. Classic 3rd start after a layoff. Spirit of Esther. Boy, that was a funny show. Terry Sanford and Sons. You think they could put that one on TV today?
No.
Probably
be very
not.
controversial.
Yes. I love Red Fox. I'm in Chicago growing up, black and white TV with the antenna that you had to put aluminum on and bang the side of the TV to get the screen to come in. And then I would sit up late at night watching WGN in black and white and just watching Sanford and Sons. Remember in my bed, just cracking up laughing from that show. But anyway, enough about that. Solid chance for Spirit of Esther to be better in the 2nd start after a layoff, and cutting back in distance helps Esther's chances to get the big one coming home. Number 4, Timia. That one much improved in her last race. Does have that speed and strong C-zone score. Number 1, looking to rock, gets that strong rail. And what the hell? I'm going to do the Steven Fielder. Longest shot on the board, who showed signs of life in her last race. Race 8, Terry, looks like a significant race for us today. It is Terry's best bet of this hump day at Saratoga. And what is your best bet running for, my friend?
It's 1 mile on the inner turf, and it's the New York Stallion Series S purse of $150,000 for fillies, 3-year-olds eligible for the New York State Stallion Stakes. So,
yeah, the Terry's best bet. Hangover Haven. Yes, heaven. I don't remember a hangover ever being anything remotely close to heaven. And if a hangover and heaven are correlated, oh my Lord, that's going to be a long afterlife.
Yeah.
Based upon my hangovers anyway. So 1 mile on the turf, you're looking at the type of horses that come home with the top prize. Stalker still 1 out of 4 managed to win on the lead. There's a very strong rail for Disco Star. Absolutely 1,000%. I've seen that in the family photos. That was Terry, a Disco Star with the bell bottoms and the silk unbuttoned shirts, the big chain, and all of the moves, baby. There is a 2 and 3 get a discount. 4 through 7 are fair. 8 and out is the best, Terry. So once again, take us through some of the data in race number 8. What do you see and what do you like?
Well, that 7 shows lots of speed, as you can see. So that 7, I think, gets the decent breaks, going to get to that quarter pole first. And then as far as the horses with par speed number, only the 1 shows that it has. But all the others but the 6 have had maybes and got within 5 points of doing that. And then they all have a chance today to do it.
And then a couple of other things I'll point out. That 7 horse, Terry, in a field where everybody wants to be middle back. Look at that C-zone. How many times do we have to see a horse that's going to get out by itself with a strong C-zone win? I don't know, Terry. Another point in here, too, is Hangover Heaven. That one has what we call second race par ability, making its second start today. So if you tack on the typical performance, to the upside I do it, max score perhaps, 91 is where that horse can get up to. 88 is the average winning speed figure, so it can get well above par, Terry. Looks like a decent jockey riding him as well. So every chance to get there. So without any more, one other thing, Nona Lynn, 3-point last race speed figure advantage, usually enough to be well considered in your picks. And who did you pick as your best bet of this day?
Well, I like the 6 Hangover Heaven. She won her debut race at Saratoga. She has a high percentage winning trainer, and this trainer wins 19% of the non-graded stakes that she has a horse running in, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like the 8 Nona Lime. She won her last race at Saratoga, has the highest last speed rating, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Disco Star, the 1, ran second in her last race. The rail post is winning at a 19% clip. Her best turf speed is fast among today's starters. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then the 5 is my long shot, finished third in her last race at Saratoga. And she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. $40 to win, number 6. $10 Exacta box 6, 8. $10 Exacta 6 on top with the 1, 3, 5, and 8.
All right. Our friend Charles coming in with a bold statement in here on that 6 horse. Says, looks like a monster. It is Charles' best bet. And he says, hey, circle this one for the first weekend in November. Breeders' Cup potential. Well, we'll see if that plays out today. You like the 6 horse and the 5 horse here. Everybody jumping over that one. I'm going to go with the 8 horse. Man, maybe by myself with Nona Lynn, top last race speed figure. This horse is making, if you look here, it's 2 starts in a row for the very first time. I really love that when you see a horse that people think is quality come in and runs, right? Boom, decently bet, just missed, won there, improved in every race, but can't stay on the course. Finally, it stays on the course. Look at that late pace there. That is stakes level stuff. 100. I'm going to put that at the top of my ticket and maybe watch it get beat by if it gets beat by a Breeders' Cup horse, there's no shame in that. Hangover Heaven, well, the hell with it. I don't need to say anything else. Charles says it's Breeders' Cup bound. It did demolish the competition in its last and has that second race par ability. Disco Star, strong rail. All of her turf races fit, and the only one so far to have hit par. And then I'm going to go with Blossoming Erudite. The 7 horse has all of that early speed, strongest C-zone by far. And watch out if she catches soft fractions. Could meet and beat all of them. Before we head off to the last race for today, Terry, on this hump day at Saratoga, it's been a fun show so far. Again, tomorrow we'll do Saratoga, another 9 races, no jumpers. We'll start a little bit earlier tomorrow, if I recall correctly. So make sure you do what, Terry, so you don't miss that early first call.
Well, you've got to subscribe to our YouTube channel and then hit that bell, because we don't always start our shows at the same exact time. It depends on the post time, and if we have things we have to do ourselves. Like tomorrow, I have somewhere I have to be, so we're going to start about 15 minutes earlier than we normally do, and then go ahead and copy that link and share it with everybody you know, so they can come and check us out. Go to our social sites that are scrolling down here at the bottom at Horse Race at number 2 Day. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and keep these comments and picks coming. It's really fun to see. Really helps us out. We like it a lot.
Yeah, I absolutely enjoyed the back and forth in the comments today. So I very much appreciate it. And thank you. And I thank you too for selfish reasons, because all of the interaction that we have helps boost our search engine score. So when people look for horse racing content, be it on YouTube, be it on X, just in Google in general, it'll help more people find us. And, for whatever reason, YouTube's being a pain in the butt lately. So I want to right back to YouTube right there, Terry.
Yep.
Just a reminder of some free picks today over at Louisiana Downs. Again, there ain't speed like Louisiana speed. Keep an eye out on that. Just a few minutes, we'll post all of our picks along with our Benny and the Bets Thoughts right here at horseracingtoday.net. You'll see a link right there. Just click on it. Get yourself some Horse Racing Today gear. Click on that. You'll do so for 20% less than you did yesterday, and it'll be greatly appreciated by Terry and I. In the link on YouTube for the description, please go in there. There's a tip jar. Terry and I, he likes coffee. I like Alani's. That's how I get my caffeine in the morning. We greatly appreciate it. And of course, there's a free link in there to our smart sheets. I would get very used to them, folks. They will be coming for every track shortly, and then some. I'm up late nights. That's why I look so tired lately. I'm working on ChatGPT, putting together some code. There's great new data coming. I promise you. You're not going to want to miss any of that. All right, Terry, for the last time today, what are we going to do?
Okay, it's shortening up to 5.5 furlongs on the turf, and it's a purse of $100,000, and it's for maidens, fillies, 2-year-old.
And I'll just point out, it's not going to be AI stuff. I know everything's AI'd out. I just don't know how to do Python, so I'm using it to write into script what's in the brain. 5.5 furlongs on the turf for these 2-year-olds, Terry. We're looking for horses, believe it or not, that's stock to pace. We like that. Early speed can do fine. Rail discount, 2 out of 3. You could get a bonus. 4 and out, get a discount. Inside is better than outside. I don't know. I really screwed that up. So forgive me for screwing up the profile of a winner, but just know that stalkers do all right. A lot of first-time starters in this race, Terry. So we look at race number 9. You'll see that really almost everybody's a first-time starter except for the 6, the 9. The 2 was nowhere near the competition at the end. Everybody else is starting out. The 6 horse, Terry, does have a par race. That's a good signal. The 9 horse, that one has second race par ability. That's usually pretty good. If you're looking at those first timers, where would you look?
Well, I'd look at these numbers right here that if you get above 2.5, you've got a pretty good chance of doing pretty well. And I love these numbers. They've really helped me out. Even after 60 years of handicapping, this system that Rich has devised is a really good one. As you can see there, that 7 horse has a 2.9, and then the one below it, the 8, is a 2.62, and then you've got that 4, which is 2.67. And then as far as the jockey, the 10 is the best jockey. I think the trainer would be the 1, but the 10 has the best jockey trainer combination.
Yeah, and just to point out, not to pat ourselves on the back, but hey, every now and then you got to say, look what we did. If you don't tout your successes, who will, right, Terry? Last time we were at Saratoga, we used this, and that 8 horse came in and won. And what did it pay, Terry? $83 to win.
Yeah, it did.
And it was the top rated first timer with a back bullet workout. You don't need very many of those in the course of a year to come out of that stuff smiling, right?
That's right. Big
enigma with me at Saratoga. Too complicated to explain on the crypto code knowledge. All right. Thank God no horse named Chicken Dinner in the last. Otherwise, you would be compelled to bet, huh? Yeah, right. For the last time today, Terry, before we move off to Saratoga tomorrow, who's your winner and why?
Well, I like the 6, Delightful Darling. She ran second versus similar on the dirt in her last race. Her best turf speed is fast among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Then I like that 10, Let's Ship. She's a first-time starter whose breeding suits today's distance, and she has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Another first-time starter is the 4. Her breeding suits today's sprint distance as well, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then the 5 is another first-time starter, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and she breeding suits the sprint distance today too. No additional bets for me as I'm out of money.
The 6 horse, Delightful Darling. That one, Terry, is the only yes horse in the field. Not surprising. Very few have run. That one could be on the lead, although we don't know what the others will do. A nose and a neck away from winning both of its starts so far. Maybe one of those that just likes to hang a little bit late. I don't know. Number 9, 2 Bits. That one has second race partiability, as we saw. Does have a pair of maintenance workouts since that debut race. So I would expect a more fit horse in career start number 2 for 2 Bits. Lexico, that's that long shot. Top-rated first-time starter. Some solid workouts. Couple of clues to me in here, Terry. They put Kendrick on this horse, and you know what Kendrick likes to do, right?
Yeah, he does. He likes to win, first of all, but he also likes to go to the front, I think. Or
he does like to go to the front. Yeah.
But either that or he likes to be in the second or third spot and finish up really well. So.
Yeah, I got a feeling they're going to send this guy by putting Kendrick on her. And then finally, I'm going to go with the 4 horse Vint Mischief. It's the second-rated first-time starter in the field. Strong turf breeding for this crew. My 50-cent trifecta, I like the 5 Quiet Street, though, too, Terry. So I'm going to go 4, 6, 7, 9, 10 with the 6, 9, and 7. And then the 4, 6, 7, 9, and 10 again. That's an $18 trifecta. I hope that I get the odds in the proper order so you can get the biggest possible payout. You know what's funny in that last race yesterday, too, before the popcorn horses, you know, I did a double at the end. No, I did a trifecta. I mean, an exacta box in that last one, Terry. But if you look, if I had bet the trifecta like I do sometimes, the box, it paid like $300.
I know.
Yeah.
It seems like that all the time, you know. And with my pick of the day, my second choice have been winning, and my first choice has been running third. So after doing that 3 or so days in a row, I decided I'm going to take my second pick and make it my first pick, and take my first pick and make it my second pick. Guess what happened?
Yeah,
my original first pick won the race, and my second pick ran third.
You know, somehow it's that old Murphy's Law thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So here are our picks. The 5 horse won the jumping race. Well, thankfully, that's not one that we think is all that. I mean, we want to win them all, but if I'm not going to win one, it's going to be 2 3/8 over a fence, a bunch of fences. The way we see the rest of the day, as far as our Benny and the bets are concerned, nothing. I got a double in race number 2, starting with the 5 horse. Right now, the 5 horse is your favorite, though. Surprisingly, not catching a ton of money because the 6 and the 3 are keeping it honest. Race number 3 is the first of our pick 4s. Nothing in race 4. Nothing in race 5. Yeah, a double in race 5. Race 6 is the last of the pick 4s. Race 7, nothing. Race 8, Terry's best bet of the day. He's going to turn it around today, folks. And then race number 9, got a trifecta with all of those first-time starters. Hopefully we can catch something nice in that race. So they line up for the post here for race number 2. We'll talk our way through that before we head on out of here today. Again, free picks, guaranteed tip sheet, Louisiana Downs. Link in the description on YouTube. Please use that so they know where you're coming from. Next week will be the Travers, so all of you that sign up for the monthly subscription, that'll be included along with the smart sheets for that big summertime classic. In just a few minutes, we'll post our picks as well as our Benny and the Bets, a replay of the show. In the description on YouTube, we will timestamp every race so you can come back and see why Terry made his best bet today. Whilst you're there, make sure you find that tip jar. Say thank you. We greatly appreciate it. Use the link to learn how to use the spreadsheets, what every data point means, as well as the spreadsheets for today themselves. And then hit that HRT gear button in the menu. Get yourself a Horse Racing Today hat, t-shirt, any of the above. Football season's back. You can get your HRT football shirt and you can put it in your favorite team's color. Let's see. What's the color for Surrender? White. Yes, that's the San Francisco 49er version right
there. Yeah. I think it's for the Giants, San Francisco Giants. They've surrendered.
Yes, well, it could be for the Cowboys too. Anyway. All right, let's see what happens in race number 2 as they're about to get cooking. Let me pull up our picks for race number 2. Put that back up on the screen there. If I disappear, folks, forgive me. My internet is being a little bit wavering today. And they're off and they're running in the second race of the day. It looks to me like the 3-horse has gotten the lead. The 5-horse is running right alongside. As the 3-horse looks like it's really galloping away to get to the lead. I really like when they're out front early and they're really pressing, Terry. I feel like that's a negative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I like to see, because it looked the 3-horse jockey sitting down on the at least the jockey on the 5 is standing up on that horse. They ran 24-3, so not that fast for a speed track. That 6-horse in there, that's getting involved too. You got to run some pretty comfortable fractions. The 5-horse, if it's going to win, it's going to have to do so 2 wide all the way around the track. They make their way to the turn. The 3-horse is trying to get a little bit of separation. The 6-horse looks like revving up to make that run. Let's see if the 5-horse has left anything in the tank. In the back of the pack, you have the 1 and the 2. Around the bend they come. That 3-horse continues to maintain the lead. That running 3 wide is a tough trip for that 5-horse. Wanted the lead, didn't get the lead. His day is probably done, unfortunately, for my picks. And there, it looks like the 6-horse, Terry, is going to come up wide on that 3, although the 3-horse has given him a nice little bump right there. Pushed him wide, but it's going to be the 6-horse that comes home with the top prize. Then maybe the 3-horse is going to hang on. He is indeed going to hang on. The 5-horse is tiring out. 6-horse, oh my Lord. That one looks like a Breeders' Cup horse there, just blowing away everybody without even getting tapped on the backside. 6-horse, your winner in race number 2. Terry, My Noble Knight. Let's take a quick look back at My Noble Knight in our smart sheets and see what sort of indication we had to take a look at that guy right there. Well, he was number 2 right there behind the 5. Had all that late pace in there, Terry. He did have that top jockey trainer combination that you pointed out as well, Terry. So plenty of reasons why that horse was worthy of some attention. Also, the only class dropper in the field. So plenty of indications that the 6-horse might be the one to beat, but not by that much. That wraps it up for today, Mr. Terry. No matter what you're doing for the rest of this day, Terry, let us know what you think are some wonderful words of wisdom.
Well, you need to be safe, careful, give your loved ones a hug and a kiss, because you never know what's going to happen. And go ahead and join us tomorrow for Saratoga again for 9 races. That's it.
Yes, indeed. No matter what you're doing to fill out the rest of your hump day, Terry and I appreciate you spending the hour with us here for Saratoga today. Thank you very much for that. And we certainly hope for the rest of this hump day that your day is filled with God's grace, God's favor, hey, some peace as well. And everything that you do between now and the time we get back for Saratoga again ends up in the only place we ever want to be, Terry.
The winner's circle.
Yes, indeed. Have a blessed Wednesday. We'll see you for terrific Terry Thursday.